Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeridge Studio. For today's video, I have 3 easy Dollar Tree farmhouse crafts to share with you. So let's waste no time and get right into the video. Number 1, this is a wall hanger. And if you make this, here are the pieces you'll need. I have a wood square from the Dollar Tree. I have this Home Sweet Home. It's like a miniature rug. I'm not quite sure what it is, but that's from the Dollar Tree. I have half beads. These are from Temu, but you can also use the full beads, and they sell those at the Dollar Tree. I just had these. I've had them for a couple years, and they're 15 millimeters. I have a ton of flowers and leaves in my stash. And I have a couple butterflies. These come on the onion grass from the Dollar Tree. I never use them. I usually just pick them off and then throw them in a box. But today I'm going to use them. I have the black and white gingham ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and the Waverly chalk paint in truffle and plaster is from Walmart. So I just remove the hanger here. And I'm going to open these beads and just pour them in a bowl so they don't roll away. And I have this wood glue from the Dollar Tree, and I just buy some paint brushes from the Dollar Tree to use with my glues, so in case they get ruined, I'm not ruining one of my good brushes. And that's why I just buy, they come in a pack of like 10 or 15 or something. Anyway, I'm just taking the wood glue, putting it on the bottom of each bead, and I'm going to start by putting a bead in each corner just to measure it off. And now I'm going to set one right in the middle. I'm going to outline this picture or this wall hanger with beads, but I don't want to put beads completely around it right next to each other. I want it to be a little less than that, if that makes sense. You'll see here. And then I realized I put one in the middle of each corner, and then I realized, no, I want more than that. So as you can see here, I have the corners and then 5 half beads in between each corner. And I just kind of let that sit for about 20 minutes or so. And now I'm just going to take the truffle, and I'm just going to put one good coat of paint. A tip: this was a dry brush. I should have got it wet before I painted it. It's much easier to paint, especially chalk paint, when your brush is wet. And it's easier to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And if you're painting little beads like this, it's easier too. After I was done putting a coat on that, I just put a coat on the back, and I watered it down because I don't want to waste all of that paint on the back. I just wanted to finish the back. And so now I took my blow dryer, dried both sides, and now I'm just taking, this is just kind of a larger brush. It's a junky brush. I don't know where I got this from. I've had it for a long time, and I am just going to heavily distress this. And I'm just going to keep on working and working. So you see the paint lines there. I just keep on going over it so those become invisible, and you'll see here. And I'm distressing the half beads a little bit heavier, and I'm distressing the corners of this hanger a little heavier as well. Now I have this liquid craft glue. I've never used it. I've had it in my stash for a long time. And I thought, I'm going to use it because I'm going to glue this Home Sweet Home piece of fabric or material. It's like a small carpet actually, onto this. So I pretty much had to use most of this tube, which is fine. I've had it forever. I actually have 2 of them. And so I had to cut the tip off of that. If you've never used that, I was trying to figure out, I thought maybe it was dried up, and then I realized I had to cut the tip off of that. Anyway, I did that, and then I threw some hot glue on the back, and then I put it down really well, kind of pushed it into the board, and then now I'm just going around the edges with the hot glue. I'm going to put a hanger on this, so I just took that ribbon and I folded it in half and then half again, and then I took some tape here and I'm just twisting it around so I can poke it through that hole there on top. And I did that to both sides. Now I put a knot on the one side, I double knotted it, and then another knot right on top of that, as you can see here. And so I did that to both sides, and then now I'm just going to take my little stashed greenery. This is ivy. I use it a lot, especially lately. In previous videos I've told you that the reason I have so much of this, I have a big black garbage bag full of it, is because it used to be on top of my cabinets in my kitchen for years, and I got tired of it and I took it down and put it in a bag, and I was going to get rid of it, and then I'm glad I didn't, because I've been using it a lot, and I'm kind of liking the ivy look lately. So a lot of my videos, my previous videos, and this one's going to have the ivy in it. And I'm just piecing this together above the circle there, and then I have this butterfly I'm going to use, and I just clipped off that little plastic piece behind it so it sits flat. And then I have another little butterfly, and these are both from the Dollar Tree from a pick. I just pulled them off. And I'm just going to put the other little butterfly right in the middle of that, so it kind of has that 3D effect. And there you go. This was so simple and budget friendly, and I think it's turned out really nice. Okay, number 2. And this is just one of the ladders that you get at the Dollar Tree. I don't know how long I've had this. As a matter of fact, I forgot I had it. When I was going through my stuff, I saw this and I'm like, I'm gonna make something out of it. I have the little wicker balls from the Dollar Tree. They come in different colors. There's 4 to a pack. The little tin bucket from the Dollar Tree, I think they're 2 or 3 to a pack. I have, again, the ivy. I have that bird from the Dollar Tree. I have these flowers. I don't know where I got them from, but you can get very similar flowers like this at the Dollar Tree. And I have the wood letters from the Dollar Tree. I just took a H and M and an E. I have the Waverly chalk paint and a little bit of floral foam. So now first, I always like to paint my pieces first, because then you can work on other things while they're drying. So I took a piece of tape and I put it on some wax paper, and then I put the letters on there, and then I'm removing all the pieces on this ladder. And of course there's like 3 staples that are embedded into this, unnecessary, but I had to remove them. So I have that little tool there. I got a 4-pack of them from Amazon. They were like $20 for 4 pieces. They're upholstery staple removers, and I use them all the time. I absolutely love them. They're heavy duty and durable. Anyway, not plugging them. I'm just telling you what works for me. So I got all those staples out, and then I painted the letters, and then just one coat, and then I painted that ladder, but I didn't put a really heavy coat on. I wanted that wood to peek through so it looked distressed. And now while they're drying, I'm just taking some of the ivy, my infamous ivy that I use a lot, but again, you guys, I love this. I'm just putting a few little pieces in the bucket here. And then I have a couple of these little wicker balls. They come in a few different colors, like brown, dark brown, this natural color. I've had these for a couple years, and I thought, you know what, I need to use them on something. And I thought, oh, this would be really cute in this little bucket. And this could be a tiered tray piece too, that little bucket with the wicker balls in there. I'm just showing you a different idea. The letters here were too white. They blended right into the ladder, so I just took some Waverly chalk paint in the color Truffle, yeah, and I just distressed them. And then I placed them on the ladder how I like them, with the flower being the O. And I liked how they placed, so now I'm just gonna glue them. And I have this little bird, and I just removed the clip from the bottom, and I'm just going to put him right on top here with some hot glue, and I'm just going to glue him on sideways. And he kind of fell. I'll fix that in a second. And now I'm going to glue this bucket on here. To make it more permanent, I would probably take some jute and then tie it up on the top too, just to keep it there. But this isn't going anywhere, it's just staying in my house. A warm welcome to all my viewers today. If you're here and you're not subscribed, may I please ask you to do so if you like crafting videos, and if you like this video, if you like thrift flips, budget-friendly decor, and so much more. Tap the subscribe button, the bell notification, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video, so you won't miss a thing. And also, this is what helps my channel grow. This helps me out tremendously, and I thank you so much. Okay, for the last part of this, I'm just going to take this Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm just going to make a simple shoelace bow. And I'm just going to glue it right on top of that little bucket there. And like I said, that little bucket, you could just tie it with some jute and put that bow right on top, and you'll never see it. And I want to give a big shout out to all of my subscribers. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you so much. Okay, last but not least, number 3. This is really quick, really easy, and just so simple, and I love this piece. So this basket is from the Dollar Tree. It was $3 from the plus section. I have 3 of these jars from the Dollar Tree. They're $1.25, and just some flowers, some hydrangeas, and I have some greenery, the ribbon that I used in the last project, and I have some Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster. Well, I can't talk for some reason right now. Maybe I'm just talking too much. So I just took a really good coat. Actually, I put 2 coats on these, all 3 of these. Remove the lid, obviously, and clean them really well too with alcohol, like an alcohol pad or something. And I put 3 good coats of this chalk paint on each of these. So I went around the top first, and then starting from the top going all the way down the bottom, and it's a pretty heavy coat. And I did 2 of those, after they were dry, I put a nice good coat of Mod Podge on each one of them. And now I am just removing the center piece from those lids. That's for another day, another project. And I'm just screwing the ring part of the lid back onto the jars. And now I'm just going to tie a simple bow around these jars. And then I just put a little dollop of hot glue on the top of the bottom underneath that to hold it in place. I did it on all three of them, of course. And then, yeah, Dollar Tree stuff. That one goes towards the back. Now I put the jars in here, but they were kind of too short, so you couldn't see the bow. So I added some, just some bags underneath it, but you can put like, what do you call it, Spanish moss on top of that, and that would be really pretty too. They need some lift though, because they sink kind of into this basket. So I have some eucalyptus, and I'm going to put just, I only have 4 bunches of flowers. So 2 eucalyptus, and I just bent the bottom stem up and popped 1 into each one of these jars except for 1. And then the hydrangeas, I have 2 of them, and I put 2 of them in 1 jar. So eucalyptus in 1 jar, 2 hydrangeas in 1 jar, and another eucalyptus in the other jar. And when you bend these stems up like this, I'm sure you guys know this, you don't need to put floral foam or anything like that in here, because they hold its place. It holds its own. And now you could put a ribbon around it, but I like the stripe around the basket, and I didn't think it needed a ribbon, and I thought this all coordinated really well. Obviously, you can change this up and put any kind of flowers in here. I think cotton, like cotton pods, would look really cute in here too. But yeah, this is it, you guys. I love this, and it was so easy, so quick, so easy. Here's the whole shebang and some more stuff. So this is all of the pieces that I made today. When I say more stuff, it's because I have added some pieces in here from previous videos to give you a taste of, if you're not familiar with my channel, of some of the stuff that I do. And that's all I have for now, but you know I'll be back very soon. Until then, have a blessed week. And remember to like my video and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.